Yes, our Freak 24 weekly wrap starts now, and we welcome you into our today's show so that you can tell us what do you think is happening in this country. The fight is still on. Who is after Gachagua? The honest man today is spoken in Kiambu County, and this is after the security was restarted in his home, that is Kareni, and a lot of things are happening. So we are going to discuss all this in Africa 24. I welcome you wherever you are following this conversation as we are going to discuss about the politics in this country. This is a weekly wrap. This is a weekly wrap, and we shall be reviewing what has been happening all over this week. Welcome to Africa 24. My name is Boniface Kimanzi, and we are heading until the last minute. I welcome you wherever you're following this conversation. You can join us through the comment section there and tell us where you're following this conversation from. And of course, your views about who is after Gachagua. Who do you think is fighting Gachagua? You can join us through the comment section there. If you're not liked our YouTube channel there, you go like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, we have a lot of goodies here in Africa 24. And the main topic that we're asking here is who is after Gachagua? That is the question. Who do you think is chasing Gachagua? This is Africa 24 weekly political show, and I'm your host Boniface Kimanzi here. Don't forget the soccer, guys. If you love soccer, you know very well that people who love soccer, Liverpool and Arsenal match has ended into a 2-2 draw after Mikel Arteta suffered a major blow when Gabriel Magalhaes was substituted. And of course, this is Africa 24. We are going to discuss who is after Rigathi Gachagua. Some things are happening in this country, and Kenyans are asking, how are we going to solve these things? How are we going to make sure that we are safe as a country? So you can join us there through the comment section there, like, comment, and subscribe. I will be telling you all these and reading your comments live in Africa 24. In Africa 24, we always unlock stories. The stories that have been hidden. It is here in Africa 24 where we unlock all those stories. So I welcome you here as you share your ideas, as you do the weekly wrap. The deputy president today, he was at Kiambu together with his wife, Dorcas Rigathi. After his impeachment, he only requested the president that let's pray for this country, Kenya. You know, Gachagua is one of the honest man, and he said after he was discharged in the hospital last week, after his discharge from the hospital, then he said that I'm being fight. The fight that we have this in this country is because I am the honest man who speaks the truth. I always speak without lying. So William Ruto is like he doesn't want that mentality whereby I'll be speaking things honestly. After the security was withdrawn, he just requested how his brother, or he always refers to William Ruto as his brother. How can this happen to my brother William Samoei Ruto? How can he do this kind of thing as I am in the hospital and still sick, but he has already issued warning the security to be withdrawn. Yeah, that is Rigathi Gachagua. So I want us to take a listen to what Dr. Rigathi had to share today before we share some of the sentiments here in Africa 24. Welcome. You have joined this for the first time. Like, comment, and subscribe in our YouTube channel. Of course, we have a lot of shows here that happens every day. Political show happens here every day. But still, we have a sports show. We also have a love show here in Africa 24. This is our 24-hour channel that will unlock all stories from different parts of the world. Let's have a look of what Dorcas Rigathi had shared today during the church congregation.
muno Bwana asifiwe. Our provost na tongoria othe a kanitha na aria matugeneire thiini wa cathedral, mwathani agocwo. Geithia mundu uria muikaranite nake mwire kenaga wi thiini wa Kristo. Geithia ungi umwire ndugetigire, Ngai Emmanuel ema hamwe na ithui. Ndumwire Ngai Emmanuel ema hamwe na ithui. Ngai hamwe na ithui. Nĩ ngũkenera Ngai mũthenya wa ũmũthĩ nĩ gũkorwo nĩ atũigĩte na agatũiga twĩ muoyo. Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya na arĩa othe moka thĩinĩ wa gĩikaro gĩkĩ kĩgongona-inĩ, gũtirĩ ũndũ mwega ta gũkorwo thĩinĩ wa nyũmba ya Ngai. Na hĩndĩ ĩrĩa tũkire nĩ ngenire ndona nĩ twaingĩra nyũmba ĩrĩa twaigire nĩ tũkũrĩkia, na ngwĩciria provost nĩ tũgũthiĩ na mbere na nyũmba ĩno nĩ kũrĩka, eherio itambaya ici. Hĩndĩ ĩrĩa twahunjagia mũthenya ũrĩa ũngĩ twaugire nĩ tũkũrĩkia nyũmba ya Ngai. Nĩ nyũmba nyingĩ ciakagwo na nĩ mũikarĩte nyũmba njega, no gũtirĩ kĩndũ kĩega ta gwakĩra Ngai. Hĩndĩ ĩyo nĩguo gĩkeno gĩaku gĩkinyanagĩra, nĩguo mĩhuko yaku ĩtumagwo mahoro marĩa matũmaga mbeca ciaku cioka, wega waku na maũndũ marĩa wĩhokagĩra nginya bamĩrĩ yaku magatuĩka kũgacĩra. Na nĩkĩo ingĩmũhoya atĩ tũtigatĩkĩre tũikarage ũguo tũkĩonaga ũguo gũikaire, nĩ gũkwendeka kũrĩke. Nĩ mũkũrĩkia? Nĩ mwetĩkanĩra ũguo? Ona niĩ oho no ngũkorwo ndĩho. Na provost witũ nĩ ngenagĩra Ngai tondũ niĩ ndereirwo kanitha-inĩ wa ACK, tondũ my mother arĩ wa ACK nginya gũkua gwake akuire wa ACK. Rĩrĩa ndona andũ magĩũka gũcokia ngatho, nĩ atwĩtaga hĩndĩ ciothe tũgoka gũcokia ngatho mũthenya wake wakinya. So I feel very honored mũthenya wa ũmũthĩ nĩ gũkorwo ngĩona atĩ kanitha witũ wa Kristo nĩ ũrathi na mbere. Na njuge kanitha na mwĩrĩ wa Kristo nĩ mũkwenda mũndũ aikare atakwenyenya, na kũrondũ kwĩna ihuhũkanio nyingĩ ciraria ũhoro wa kanitha. Ndĩrenda kũmũririkania atĩ Ngai witũ oigire the church of Jesus Christ, the even gates of hell, ona ihingo cia ngoma itikahota kanitha wa Ngai. Tũikare twĩna ũira wa Kristo na mũtikanathiĩte ũira wa Kristo nĩ ũndũ wa mahaki kana maũndũ marĩa ihuhũkanio ingĩũka. Mũrũgame mwĩhandĩte thĩinĩ wa Mwathani. Rĩrĩ nĩ ihinda thĩinĩ wa kanitha na thĩinĩ wa bũrũri andũ mekwenda mehande thĩinĩ wa Kristo, na mũtikanetĩkĩre kuma nja ya kiugo kĩa Ngai. Mũikare na ũma na ũthingu na waragania na arĩa tũkoretwo tũkĩruta wĩra ta kanitha. Mũthikĩrĩrie ciana citũ, mũtikaneke ciũre. Ciana ciakwa cia kahĩĩ no ndĩramarĩrĩra, nĩ mũranjigua? Please mũtikarekererie ũrĩa ũkuĩte mbegũ aninwo, na mũtikanareke ciana citũ ihũke. Mũcihoere na mũcirore. Twĩ makanitha tũmahingũrĩre. Kanitha wa ACK nĩ ndĩmũcokeirie ngatho tondũ nĩ njũĩ kanisa madukani nĩ ĩraruta wĩra na anake akwa nĩ maroretwo. Njokie ngatho nĩ ũndũ wa ũguo mwĩkĩte. Mwĩhũrĩre irũhĩ. Na nĩ ũndũ wa mahoya marĩa mũtũhoeire niĩ na mũthuri wakwa na bamĩrĩ yakwa kuma ngoro yakwa gĩtina. Ngai amwĩke wega na amũrathime. Thank you very much.
That is Dorcas Rigathi Gachagua, who was speaking earlier today in the church, and I want to do some of the translation of what he said. She said that we should pray for the church so that they can have that unity. We also pray for this country for the current situation that is ongoing. She also said that Since the impeachment motion started in this country, a lot of things are happening. And these things that are happening in this country need prayers. She is a woman who believes in praying to God, and she believes that with prayers, then things are going to be okay in this country. That is Dorcas Rigathi. She's the wife of the deputy president, that is Rigathi Gachagua. I believe Rigathi Gachagua he is still the deputy president of this country. So whoever thinks that is not, then he is. Kithure Kindiki is just elected. He's just nominated. So waiting if he's going to join. I can see the comment section there, though by saying Aende. I don't know what you mean by Aende. You can join us through the comment section there. You can join us, and I want to share the link here in the comment section there. So join the studio. Feel free to join the studio because we are here in Africa 24 for the next 2 or 3 hours. Then we're going to discuss the wrap of this week. Of course, we are wrapping this week here in Africa 24. Remember to always like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That is Dorcas Rigathi, and she was saying that she really acknowledges what Kenyans have been doing after the impeachment motion was tabled by one of the MPs in this country. We saw during the press brief that happened in Karen Hospital after the discharge of Rigathi Gachagua, that is his husband, that is her husband. She said that that is something that he cannot expect from his brother William Samuel Ruto. And he thinks that Ruto has done a very bad thing. He could have allowed him to just get back ill and then he restart the security. But earlier today, we saw that security has been restored into his former, that is into his residentials, and also the 2 cars that were allocated, they have been restarted into his compound, that is Rigathi Gachagua. Remember, this is a Africa 24. This is the motion. You know, Cleophas Malala is one of the leaders who said that if, and he has been following Gachagua wherever he goes, he said if William Ruto did this, then this will be a major blow for William Samuel Ruto. This is the first time that Ruto will be just stepping for the first time as president in Kenyan history. This is one of the members of parliament who said that we should impeach both Ruto and his deputy Gachagua. Earlier, that is during the debate motion that was happening at the State House, that is at the Parliament and also in the Senate, where the DP was impeached by both houses. So we're waiting the court to declare if it's not the DP of this country or not. This is after Gachagua said some of the judges there are close friends to William Ruto, and also he said he believes that the court through Mother Kome will serve justice for his case. This is one of the members of parliament saying we should impeach both president and his deputy. The question that you can see on top of the screen, we're asking, who is after Gachagua? Who is after Gachagua? You can answer through the comment section there and tell me more about what do you think. Still, you can join our live. You can join and tell us more about what you think.
I said that this government is rudderless, is leaderless, is planless. And Mr. Speaker is also merciless because within a very short time, the center can no longer hold. Mr. Speaker, former Senator, now Governor James Orengo, famously said in Senate that governments eat their own people. Former leader of majority of the National Assembly, Duale, was eaten by his government. Today is a CS. Former Deputy Speaker of the Senate, Kithure Kindiki, was eaten by his government. Now he's also a CS. Former Chair of Budget of this National Assembly was eaten by his government. Today is the majority leader. I don't know. We are now eating Rigathi. Where will he end up? Mr. Speaker, I have an issue of concern, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Majority Leader.
Honorable Speaker, is the Deputy Leader of Minority to assert that I was eaten by my own government, Honorable Speaker, whereas he knows I was never eaten by any government. I only stood firm against tyranny. I stood firm against the bullying that I experienced under that regime. The same bullying I have stood firm against our Deputy President today, who has been bullying members of Parliament. And I have only put my chest forward to defend the rights of all these members, including the Honorable Robert Mbui, who was Honorable Speaker, when the Deputy President visited Kathiani. He said to the Honorable Mbui that these Kambas are too few. They can never make a president. Kalonzo can never be anything. How can you defend a person who has disdain for Kalonzo Musyoka, a former vice president of this country? Mbui.
Robert Mbui.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. You know, I love the passion and the humor in the majority leader. But, Mr. Speaker, I'm also impressed by the energy that I've seen in this house, the vigor, the passion from morning. I mean, it is a first bill, or rather it's a first motion, where this House has gone up to public participation in the constituencies. Mr. Speaker, I only wish that the energy that we are expending here to send a question to all Kenyans about one individual was being used to fight the issues that are failing us in our education, in our health sector. People here, the cost of living has gone too high. People have no jobs. Mr. Speaker, those are the things that this House should passionately deal with. But, Mr. Speaker, for a whole day, and from, I don't know, even the last week or 2 weeks, to deal with one matter, Mr. Speaker, I think that we are losing direction. And it is important, Mr. Speaker, that we deal with the things that are affecting our people. Because, Mr. Speaker, if you look at the education sector, I talked about it here the other day. We don't even have classes for grade 9 going into JSS. Mr. Speaker, the funding model for university has failed. Mr. Speaker, the insurance sector, NHIF, is having a problem, Mr. Speaker. How then do we spend taxpayers' money and time to come and deal with a matter of one single individual, Mr. Speaker? Now we are told that this person, Mr. Speaker, is a tribalist. But, Mr. Speaker, those comments that he made, yesterday he made it very clear. And I was shocked. I was very shocked, Mr. Speaker, yesterday, to realize that, in fact, Kenya Kwanza was actually a company that is limited by shares, and that people negotiated shares for themselves. The mover of the motion is a member of MCCP. MCCP negotiated shares for Lower Eastern. Mr. Speaker, because we had 2 cabinet secretaries in this government. Now, Mr. Speaker, we only have 1. And I'm telling you, Mr. Speaker, actions speak louder than words. The Deputy President may have said that he is a shareholder and there are issues about his community, but if you look at the appointments that are being made in Kenya, then you will realize that the person of the President himself is the one who is the biggest tribalist, Mr. Speaker, because he's appointing people from his own community for every position. Mr. Speaker, if we have to find a situation where a school has failed, you do not fire the deputy principal. You get rid of the principal. Our problem is not the deputy. It is the head himself.
Farah.
Thank you, Mr.
Yes, Farah.
Mr. Speaker, I was standing.
Order.
Mr. Speaker.
Order.
Mr. Speaker.
Robert Mbui, you are normally more decent than that.
This is a house of. Oh, Mr. Speaker, protect me. Mr. Speaker, my point of order is this. This is a house of rules. This is a law-making body. This is the place where our constitution itself was passed. You cannot bring, talk about a president or even any other head of state of a friendly country without bringing a substantive motion. So you cannot discuss the conduct of the president. And by the way, I want to correct you. You might
Point is out of order.
your point of saying that governments eat their...
Take your seat. Is out of order. Kahangara. Yes, use my.
Honorable Kahangara.
That is Robert Boy, and he was speaking about the comments that Gachagua made after the members of parliament impeached him, and he was saying that although he was impeached, then the only person who has the major contribution to the corruption and tribalism in this country, then he is the president. And they were impeaching Gachagua at that time, and he said that is something that should not happen. We should focus with impeachment of the king, that is the president of the Republic of Kenya. He thinks that he is the major person who is contributing to the tribalism. Is the major person who is making sure that this country does not go ahead when it comes to development, saying that this is something that is wrong because during these recruitments that are happening in this country, then that is the person who is contributing majorly to this tribalism. Moses Wetangula, earlier this week, he spoke during one of the meetings. He supports the impeachment of Gachagua. That is, from what we heard from him, we can conclude that he supports the impeachment of the deputy president. Who is after Gachagua? That is a question that we are asking here in Africa 24. Tell us through the comment section there. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please just go there, subscribe, like, comment, and share, because you'll be having notification every day, anytime, here in Africa 24.
To assure Kenyans that our president is in total control, that our president is holding the country together. That's why we have a broad-based government in place, and we ask everybody of goodwill to pray for our country, to support our president, to support our country, and maintain and sustain peace, and development will follow in our country.
You cannot deputize somebody by force. You cannot stay in the office of the deputy president if you cannot deputize the president. And I have no regret as Dr. Lilian Achieng Gogo for having voted yes. I know it is a matter in court, but we can never divide Kenya. Kenya is one, and everybody has the freedom of residing, working, eating, and sleeping anywhere they want. And we must have respect for the office. Even if there are differences between any two leaders, one must be above the other. And when you are serving under the office of somebody, respect that somebody.
That this gentleman must leave office. We've impeached him. We initiated it, we impeached him. And Speaker, I know you tried to pull us back and to think through it deeply. I want to assure you, we thought through it deeply. So let the court move as fast as possible. He has been granted enough time to be before the courts of law. Our decision as the representatives of the Kenyan people is final. Gachagua has been impeached, and anything that requires parliament to be done towards him cannot be done.
We made a decision that someone must go, and that person has to go. So we are telling the courts, tunaambia koti, tafadhali muharakishe huyo jamaa aende nyumbani, tupatie Dr. Kindiki na nchi iendelee kwenda mbele. Asanteni sana.
Right time, so don't mix the two. This one is purely for the Eucharistic.
That is Moses Masika Wetangula. Some of the leaders there are saying that they are happy, they are privileged to be in the parliament representing the country Kenya, so that they can present the decisions for the Kenyans. The question is, did they present the decision for Kenyans during that impeachment motion? During the impeachment that happened, did they present the Kenyans' grievances in the right way? Because public participation during the impeachment of the Rigathi, Gachagua was not involved, although it was there, but still the consideration during the impeachment then it was determined by the Senate and the National Assembly. If they could be going through the public participation, then absolutely you know that most of people they were saying Ruto must go and not Gachagua. Why are they trying to eliminate Gachagua? And yet they are the big people who are involved in this corruption. That is what people are saying in the ground. Some of the leaders are supporting, and of course, Gachagua has loyal followers, the likes of Gathoni Mushomba, Nangwa, and also Mutai Kaiga, the governor of Nyeri. Some of the followers of Gachagua, they have said that you should just not dare touching the mountain because the mountain is the major thing that they protect. Let's have a look on what she said. That is the Gathoni Mushomba MP for Githunguri. He spoke during some of the meeting.
How can we even be thinking about extending term limits? CG for senators, for MPs, and for presidency. How? Yani, tumetafuta agenda za kuandika new laws, tukakosa. Anyway, it's a private member's bill. You can't accuse him because maybe he's has some interest in it. Lakini, mimi tu nasikia mbaya nikiona maneno ingine ikiendelezwa Kenya hii. Saa hii tungekuwa tunafaa tuongee maneno ya how many patients wameenda dialysis wakakataa kutibiwa kwa sababu hawana pesa ya kuweka advance payment. How many patients wa chemotherapy wamerudishwa nyumbani na wakakufa. We should be asking ourselves in January how many university students will afford to go back. Wengine wao wamekuwa kwa university huko wanarandaranda tu, lakini hawawezi kubaliwa wafanye mtihani because hawajalipa na hawajaingizwa kwa system. Those are the same things we should be discussing. Honestly, adding an extra 1 day for this regime is adding more torture to the people of Kenya. I can't imagine right now, ile maneno tunaongea ni how to impeach the vice president. Tukimaliza na vice president kuna wale wanajipiga kifua anasema tukimaliza na huyu sasa ni huyu. Yani tulichaguliwa na wananchi wa Kenya tuende tukapigane sisi viongozi kwa viongozi. Instead of thinking and discussing and deliberating on matters that concerns Wajiko. Saa hii tunaongea maneno ya kuimpeach Rigathi, magavana hawajaona pesa. Employees wa counties hawana mishahara, hawana pesa. Projects za counties zimesimama. Pensioners ambao wanafaa walipwe pesa yao, ya damu yao, ya sweat yao, ya nguvu yao, pensioners hawajaona pesa. Instead of going to parliament, uniting and coming up with a body that advocates for the rights of Kenyans and services of Kenyans, all we care is who is impeaching who. Aki siasa inanilemea mimi. Hey, I think I've just realized that this politics is not for the honest. Politics is not for the truthful. Politics is not for genuine. Enyewe, sababu tuko ndani, acha tupigane tukiwa huko ndani.
That is Gathoni Mushomba, MP for Githunguri. He is boldly saying, politics is not for the honest. Politics is not meant for people who speak the truth. Why do you think she's saying that? Gachagua is the honest man who has been impeached because of saying the truth. So I think Gathoni Mushomba is saying that when you go to politics, you should not speak the truth. But does that harm for you to be transparent, honest? Kenyans want someone who is transparent, someone who is honest, and someone who can do things without relying on others. You should do it on your own. That is Gathoni Mushomba there saying that if this country could be doing the right thing, then we could be having a very big milestone towards the development and also this country. She is condemning the impeachment of Gachagua, saying the members of counties, governors, they will end up being not paid because the money has not been distributed by the government. The question that we're asking here in our top screens in Africa 24 is, who is after Rigathi Gachagua? That is the question that we are asking here. Nani anamkimbiza ule Rigathi wa Gachagua? Ni president, ni wananchi wamemkataa ama ni gani? You can also join us through the comment section there. Africa 24, YouTube Africa 24, Facebook Africa 24, Instagram Africa 24. Governor Machakos spoke. That is David Mwangangi. Let's take a look on what he said about Ruto's government.
That is more important than the impeachment, the useless impeachments we are seeing around. We cannot continue as a country tunazungumzia maneno ya kuongeza taamu yetu tukue kwa ofisi, ili hali wananchi wanahangaika na usalama. Hii ni jambo haifai. Tuangalie, let's get our priorities right as a country. It is so sad. Tunaongea leo maneno ya impeachment, tunaongea maneno ya kuongeza taamu yetu na si maneno ya kuangalia maneno ya mwananchi, vile mwananchi anaumia. It is so shameful as a country. We change our strategy, we change how we are governing, and we are there to the constitution. Ikiwa kuna amri imetolewa kotini, ni vizuri serikali itii. Kwa sababu ikiwa IT itamaanisha nini kwa mwananchi wa kawaida? Sio taona hata watu wataenda kotini na watu hawatatii. That becomes a banana republic, a lawlessness in our country. So the top leadership, even at the county level, at ward level, at national level, please stick and respect the constitution of this country. Hilo ni jambo la maana sana. Ndio tuweze kuwa na nchi ambayo wale wameichukua mahali wameichukua walichukua nchi. Saa hii hiyo nchi inaendelea kwenda chini. Today pesa ile iliyokuwa NHIF ilikuwa tunaendelea kulipa kila mwezi. Hata walio tunaendelea kulipa. Mahospitali ya county, mahospitali ya religious, like Catholic Church owns so many hospitals across the country, including other churches and other religious organizations. Unaona up to today pesa inaendelea kuongezeka. Ili hali wa Kenya kila mwezi wanalipa. Kwani hii pesa inaenda wapi? What is happening within the Kenya Kwanza administration? Kila kitu iko na shimo ambayo kitu ikiingia huko iwezi patikana. So I think there are so many things that are going wrong in our country, and it is time we need to correct them. Thank you. Wakati huu ni wakati mgumu.
There are a lot of things that are happening in this country, and it's high time we correct them. That is the Machakos D governor, that is Deputy Governor Francis Mwangangi. He is saying that the country is headed in the wrong direction, and it's high time that we correct whatever is happening. That is Francis Mwangangi. He's one of the leaders who really spoke about the impeachment motion of Rigathi Gachagua. This is Cleophas Malala.
I want to address the President of the Republic of Kenya.
This is
my party leader. With a lot of respect, I am not qualified to advise you, Mr. President. Lakini nisikize tu. You have a choice. Kwamba hawa watu ambao unataka kutumia kutoa naibu wako wa rais ambaye alisimama na wewe, unaweza kuwa unadhania you are impeaching Rigathi Gachagua. Kumbe umeanza safari yako ya kujitoa kwa kiti wewe mwenyewe. The same people wenye wanaleta motion na naambiwa kwamba wamechagua Junet Mohamed na Kaluma. Hawa watu wawili wataanza na kutoa naibu wako. But I want to...
At the entrance of Parliament, when that happened, you were the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. What responsibility do you take?
I pronounced myself on the matter
Please give me an answer.
No, what answer do you want me to give you? I said what I thought about the matter. The answer is in my statement.
And we're here. That was June.
No, but 26th. I'm saying the statement
is
there.
Okay to repeat it.
No. Why do you want me to repeat it?
Because I'm asking the question.
You have it in your archives. My answer to what happened is in my statement.
Why don't you want to talk about this?
But I said where the blame lies. The statement is there. Why do you want me to go into it? I said. I have not recanted that statement. I still stand by it. So go and look at the statement.
Why don't you want to talk about this?
I don't want to go into it.
Because?
Because I don't think it is necessary. Because my statement was very explicit.
Over 60 families are still waiting.
But my statement was very explicit.
For answers.
I made myself
No action clear. Has been taken against any police officer. Are you bothered by that?
You know whom you need to ask that question.
I'm asking
who is supposed to take the action?
Sorry?
Who is supposed to take the action?
You tell me.
You know.
Who?
What are you saying? What do you want me to tell you? You know I'm the deputy president.
Exactly.
You know who is supposed to take action against police officers. Go and ask them that question.
Who? You tell me.
You know.
Who?
What are you saying? What do you want me to tell you? You know I'm the deputy president.
Exactly.
You know who is supposed to take action against police officers. Go and ask them that question.
Who?
You know.
I wish you could tell me the answer.
No, I'm not. Why do you want me to help you to do your research?
I don't want you to help me, just respond. At the entrance of Parliament, when that happened, you were the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. What responsibility do you take?
I pronounced myself on the matter.
Please give me an answer.
No, what answer do you want me to give you? I said what I thought about the matter. The answer is in my statement.
And we're here. That was June.
No, but 26th. I'm saying the statement
is there. Okay to repeat it.
No. Why do you want me to repeat it?
Because I'm asking the question.
You have it in your archives. My answer to what happened is in my statement.
Why don't you want to talk about this?
But I said where the blame lies. The statement is there. Why do you want me to go into it? I said. I have not recanted that statement. I still stand by it. So go and look at the statement.
Why don't you want to talk about this?
I don't want to go into it.
Because?
Because I don't think it is necessary. Because my statement was very explicit.
Over 60 families are still waiting.
But my statement was very explicit.
For answers.
I made myself
No action clear. Has been taken against any police officer. Are you bothered by that?
You know whom you need to ask that question.
I'm asking
who is supposed to take the action?
Sorry?
Who is supposed to take the action?
You tell me.
You know.
Who?
What are you saying? What do you want me to tell you? You know I'm the deputy president.
Exactly.
You know who is supposed to take action against police officers. Go and ask them that question.
Who? You tell me.
You know.
Who?
What are you saying? What do you want me to tell you? You know I'm the deputy president.
Exactly.
You know who is supposed to take action against police officers. Go and ask them that question.
Who?
You know.
I wish you could tell me the answer.
No, I'm not. Why do you want me to help you to do your research?
I don't want you to help me, just respond.
That is Gachagua who was speaking during the interview, and he was being asked a lot of questions, very sensitive questions. But the response was he doesn't know what is happening. And of course, the major reason that Gachagua faced during this impeachment, I can see a wholesome none after Gachagua impeachment. This is the aftermath of the impeachment. Let's allow them to event. It's allowed, but he can't get back to the job. That is awesome. In the comment section there is saying it is allowed, but he cannot get back to the job. That is Rigathi Gachagua after impeachment. You know, he has been impeached by the parliament and also the Senate. William Ruto has never responded to this case. He has never responded to Gachagua impeachment. He is quiet, composed, and he has never said anything. Is he going to save the honest man? Is he going to save Gachagua?
So mambo yenye iliendelea jana kuhusu our deputy president Rigathi, hiyo story hatukufurahia juu venye tulienda kuvote tulipiga kura kama chagua Ruto. Chagua Ruto ilikuwa inamaanisha Gachagua na Ruto. So jana venye huyu jamaa ametolewa hatujafurahia. Wangamaliza tamu yao hao wase wawili ndio next 2027 tuone venye tutafanya. Juu sasa najua Kenya mumefurahia deputy wetu ashatolewa. Yes. Wengi wanafurahia, lakini wacha niwaambie hapa Kenya mtasafa. Huyu jamaa alikuwa anasema ukweli na hiyo ukweli ndio imemfanya huyu jamaa ametumuliwa. So mimi kama Vincent Rigathi tuko na yeye nyuma yake.
Mimi kwa maoni yangu kulingana na kubanduliwa kwa Gachagua, mimi naona Gachagua koti itamwokoa. Naona Senate itamwokoa. Kitu itaokoa Gachagua ni koti.
Ruto na Gachagua wangekaa chini vile walikaa mbeleni, kwa sababu walikaa pamoja ndio wakalete cabinet. Kabla ya kuwa cabinet, wanasiasa walikaa chini na kutoa Kithure Kindiki kuwa deputy wa president. Alafu president yeye mwenyewe Ruto akiwa mkombeaji kiti akauliza watu ni nani ninapea kuwa deputy wangu, akapewa Kindiki, lakini yeye mwenyewe akakataa Kindiki, akaenda kwa Gachagua. Sasa how do you refuse the person again? Wewe mwenyewe ulichagua. Kama ungepewa na watu ingekuwa tofauti. So your excellency, I know things have been done and I know procedure ya government. Kama mtu amechukiwa anaenda, hata akienda Senate aende Supreme Court, hata kama kuna court nyingine kuliko Supreme Court atapanduliwa tena. Lakini ile ninapenda kusema ni kwamba forgiveness is paramount. Wewe president kama Mkristo, wewe umesoma Mathayo 7 kifungu cha kwanza. Inasema ya kwamba do not charge for the same judgment you are giving, you will as well be charged on the same. Kwa hivyo wewe unge hukumu Gachagua, ungemsamee hata nani afanye dhambi. Kuna wakati moja Yesu aliletewa mwanamke moja, akaambiwa huyu mwanamke ni msherati sana, amefanya usherati too much. Yesu akasema kama kuna mtu ambaye hajafanya na yeye ama hajafanya kitu na mwanamke yote, hebu rusha mawe. Watu wote walienda mpaka Yesu akapaki na huyo mwanamke akasamehewa. Kwa nini Ruto huwezi samea mwingine na unaenda kanisa kila Jumapili?
What the Kenyans decide, it is like that. The other day nilikuwa nimesema Gachagua amalize tamu yake, lakini sasa imetupita, imeenda kiwango kingine. Na kama wale wameona, wenye wanatunga sheria wameona Gachagua aende nyumbani, sabu them. Sasa imetupita. Tumeparticipate ile juzi tukasema nini? Ruto ruhusu Gachagua amalize tamu yake. But terms ya Gachagua ya juzi haikufurahisha watu at the end of the day.
Sasa hii mambo ya Rigathi, kimimi sioni ubaya Rigathi kwenda nyumbani. Juu wito without mulima Kenya yote sio mulima. Rigathi pia alikosea, Ruto angekosea. Si support either Rigathi ama Ruto. Angeacha wangezacha hata amalize tamu yake. Tuishi tu Kenya ni moja, Kenya sio mulima. Na mtu pia akiomba msamaha asamewe.
That is a section of Kenyans reacting to the situation during the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua. They are reacting. The reactions from different parts. Do you support the impeachment? And others are saying if the DPR asked William Ruto forgiveness, then he should do that. No one who doesn't get involved into the mistakes and errors. That is the section of youth speaking during a press somewhere in this country, Kenya. Welcome wherever you're joining this conversation. If this is the first time, then you have joined Afrique 24. Like, comment, and subscribe, because here we have latest news, either human, political, or religious. You're welcoming you here in Afrique 24. Go like, comment, and subscribe. That is the only way you're going to support us. That is the only way you're going to be a part of this big family of Afrique 24.
Impeachment should not be turned to a campaign for 40 against 1. I caution the members of parliament, as they make their contributions on the floor, let them not make it a community issue. When they start getting communities to hit one another, it is a demonstration of the decaying level of those institutions. We have been struggling for the last number of years to ensure that there is some cohesion, some moving together as communities. And when I hear some members of parliament speaking, they are trying to ensure that these communities are again on a collision course. Maybe it's the desire of those in government so that come 2027, they are able to play communities against one another and win easily. It will be very unfortunate for members of parliament to agree for their tongues to be used to further the same thing. We can disagree on many things, but do not get us back to where we were 2007. Please don't cause chaos 2007 by the way you speak on the floor. You are impeaching Gachagua. It is not Mount Kenya you are impeaching. Impeach Gachagua, but don't drag the whole community into it. Unless you have another motive, which you have always nurtured in your system, and this is an opportunity to come and let the ugly part of yourself out. I urge you once again, do not allow this thing to become a community issue, where it is one community against all the others, and that's why I'm saying, hii kiti ya deputy, ambayo Ruto amechukua, apeleke kwingine. Aache kuileta Mount Kenya. Kwa sababu unaileta Mount Kenya kutupiganisha na makabila zingine. And again, after what you are doing with this impeachment, any person occupying that seat, yeye atakuwa kadori. Kadori tu, ile unachika unafucheza naye na watoto. You are zero. So wewe unachukua hiyo kiti, don't ever bother telling us that you are really a deputy of any sort. That thing has now been reduced to a puppet position, and it can be taken elsewhere for many reasons.
Ikiwa wabunge watafanya kile wanachofanya, sisi kama viongozi wa chama cha Jubilee na vyama vingine ambavyo wameamua kusikiza kilio cha Wakenya, tutazungumza yale yote ambayo serikali ya Kenya Kwanza inafanya kuadhibu Wakenya. Kwa sababu kile Wakenya wanapitia sasa ni kuadhibiwa. Unaadhibiwa na hakuna kosa ulilofanya. Hakuna kuadhibiwa kubaya kama huo. So sisi tunataka tu kuwapatia Wakenya moyo. We want to encourage Kenyans. Do not give up.
That is Jeremiah Kioni, together with a section of opposition leaders. They were saying that they support the situation whereby the two must go. If you're used to making development, then you stop, then he is referring to you. That is the person who has been active. You saw Jeremiah Kioni walking out of the studio one of the days last week because he met someone at the studio of a national television who doesn't understand the situation in this country in terms of football. He's saying that someone who doesn't have knowledge of leading this country, then he should just quit. He should quit. That is Kioni. We are wrapping this week and we are asking who is after Rigathi Gachagua. William Ruto has never responded. We are still having a wait because he's the one who can give information about the impeachment. Gachagua, he said that he has trust with court. He trusts the court. Kebasa Moraro, he has been silent after being attacked.
It is very sad that the culture of political violence is still in this country. On Saturday, we had gone to Ololulunga Market in Narok County. We had just left Narok Referral Hospital where money was stolen. We went to Uhuru Market. In Narok Town, we were attacked. And it was a team led by a guy called Booster. A guy called Booster Olekisio. He is a goon for the governor of Narok. The governor of Narok is the one who sent this guy called Booster Olekisio to lead a team of goons to attack us. They attacked us in Narok Town and followed us to Masai Mara University. We escaped and went to Ololulunga. Now when we went to Ololulunga, we had gone there to see the Ololulunga hospital
and then the Ololulunga market. Just after we've seen Ololulunga market, as we are turning into the tarmac, we find more than 50 motorbikes and more than 100 people with machetes, with the pangas, with the rungus, waiting to attack us and having blocked the road. They even had arrows. We had to make a U-turn on the highway and start running. And because I was able to go faster, I was hid in a Maasai homestead before I later found police rescue. But the rest of my friends were not very lucky. The vehicles that they were in, one of them got a tire burst, so they stopped on the road, and the other, when it decided to make a turn kuja kuwasaidia, it also swerved into a ditch. So this gentleman was hurt. As you can see, his head has been stitched, aligongwa kichwa, and he also has an injury here. He also has another injury here. You can see how black it is. And this lady also has an injury on her hand, and they were threatening to rape her. Now, I don't think that those people were Maasais, because the culture of the Maasai is not that way. But these are people that were mobilized, and they were lied to. The person who mobilized them and gave them money told them that kuna wezi wa madawa ya hospitali, tuende tukawapige. So these people were lied to, because I've spoken to some of them. I sent a team to the ground to go and find out what was happening. And the Maasai people don't have a problem at all. In fact, the people of Narok County have encouraged me to keep telling them the truth and to do vampire diaries in Narok County and show them how projects have stalled and money has been stolen. Because if there is a county that is a crime scene, Narok is a crime scene. In fact, most of the money is stolen through revenue collection, not even through expenditure. So it is very sad that a state official can choose to do this, and using his official government vehicle that is bought by Kenyan taxes to carry goons and come and attack. And one of the goons that actually were trying to tell this lady that, you know, we will rape you, and even recorded a video of her, is that guy called Ole Kisio, together with the goons that they were with. So I'm calling out the governor of Narok. I know that he is working very closely with the President William Ruto, and that the president is very much aware of what happened. Right now, my life is in danger because there is a team of flying squad officers that has been dispatched from Narok, and the Narok County commander knows this. There's a team of these officers called flying squad that has been dispatched from Narok to look for me, to track me down and maybe shoot or whatever it is that they've been told to do. I also know that there's a team that has been formed under DCI called SSU, the Special Service Unit, whose particular purpose is to track me down and kill me. I know that they've been looking for houses near my house where I live in Ruiru. I've been told this because I was in the real estate business before I began this business of good governance. And some of them have been looking for houses near my house so they can be monitoring me. Because they were telling brokers that tutafutie nyumba yoyote tu. Hata kama ni 3 bedroom, hata kama ni 2 bedroom, hata kama ni bed sitter, bora ni hapa, isikue kwingine. So it's okay. We are aware of the plans of the enemy. The only thing we can do, because we don't have political power, is to tell them this. Governor Lentutu, I'm like your son. I'm the age of your son. Mi ni rika ya mtoto wako. Can you please spare our lives?
That is a section speaking about the impeachment motion of Gachagua. I think if we are not going to settle this thing, then we are going to have problems in this country. Let's solve this thing. Let's have a president. Or what is your take? The first time followers of our Freak 24, I can see we are too many. I can see we are having a lot of people here, more than 60. Go there, like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and tell us where you're following the conversation. And who do you think is after Gachagua? You see the president, Ruto allies, the likes of Senator Cherargei, Oscar Sudi, and of course, Senator Cherargei is being condemned for raising the increment of the term limit in the presidential seat. Cherargei, he presented that motion in the parliament. In the
that
Senate,
this party will retain its
not to
identity,
increase.
even in light of recent developments with the formation of the broad-based government. That tells me that the young people in this party know who they are, They know themselves and they know their party. And therefore, Mr. President, I want to congratulate you for continuing with the good work of ensuring that you fly the flag of ODM as high as possible.
Two things which have come up which I like, that we are going to keep our identity, we are going to keep our vision, and we are going to remain the best organized party, not only in the Republic of Kenya, but in the region. With that vision, with that organization, and with the discipline that our members have, I think the sky is not the limit. The sky is just a target, but we aim beyond the sky. And I know we are going to succeed.
That we are a party with an identity. And our identity is to promote social justice and democracy in this country. We are not going to seize that space. We will continue doing that, even though some of our members are in the broad-based government. We will pursue that path for the benefit of all the Kenyans. The ODM is the only party in this country. I know I'm making a controversial statement, but you know that recently the Registrar of Political Party came out with an audit report and said the only party that is compliant to the Political Parties Act is the Orange Democratic Party. So the Registrar of Political Parties, we want you to go further and say that the only party that people should join in this country should be a party that is compliant, and that party is the Orange Democratic.
You're saying the Orange Democratic Party is the only active party that we have in this country that can make this country go ahead. And they're welcoming any person who is willing to join the Orange Democratic Party. Those are the Azimio members there. We are hoping this issue of Gachagua here in Africa 24. Who is after Gachagua? Join us through the comment section there. And if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please go there, like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, yesterday we had El Clasico. Today we had Premier League matches. La Liga Italia, there is Serie A. Bundesliga still was there. So make sure you always keep your eyes tuned in Africa 24 for good stories. Yeah. Simbarati had already spoken. Today he also spoke. That is the President of the Republic of Kenya. He spoke today, but he never addressed the issue of Gachagua impeachment. It's like nothing is happening. Even when he was in Turkana over the weekend, he was like nothing is happening. So join us through the comment section there and give us your views about the impeachment motion of Gachagua. Give us your views.
Hii shule hii kuna laboratory kadhaa ambazo kwamba nilizieka, library, hata hii water system iliyoko hapa nina imani ya kwa bado ipo na inaendelea. Kuna shule yoyote ambayo kwamba iliyoko hapa mkono wa yale ambayo kwamba tuliweza kuyafanya haijafikia. Nimesikia habari ya Star, I think even you have a water purification system. We did
ODM. Ndugu yetu party leader Mheshimiwa Raila, sisi kwanza pokea salamu za Kwale. Kwale iko? Hilo ndio jambo langu la kwanza. Mimi naitwa mambo kwa wakati. Mwenyekiti wangu ni bwana Mwanyoa pale, lakini tumekaa sisi tukasema wacha tuchague kwa sababu Mwanyoa mnakutana katika sehemu zingine. Na ndio anachunga wakati sana, lakini kuna mambo ambayo nimeandika nitaenda mbio sana bwana Sifuna, usiwe na wasiwasi. La kwanza ni hawa viongozi wetu ambao ulitupatia wale watatu deputy party leaders, ndugu yangu Abdul Samad, Ototsi na ndugu yetu mwingine Simbarati. Sawa sawa. Sisi kule Kwale tuko na kilio ama tunasema viongozi wakija, na si hawa peke yake hawa ambao nimewataja, lakini wale viongozi wa kitaifa, Mama Gladys, mkija kule Kwale tafadhali kama umekuja Leisure Lodge pale Diamonds ili sisi tuwe na nguvu. Bwana Sifuna, nasikia wewe unakuja kule Kwale. Tena unapenda Leisure Lodge. Mkija mnatulia, mnazima simu zenu. Sasa tunasema zile simu ziwaekeni wazi, mkija mtuite, ndio raha ya chama. Huwa tunasikia raha kama tumeitwa na viongozi wetu wa kitaifa kwamba njoni tuzungumze, hata kama ni kunywa chai pamoja. Hilo ni moja, nafikiri limesikika. Jambo lingine ni mambo ya hii BBG, broad based government kule mashinani. Ndugu zangu, sisi there's the Kwale scenario. Sisi watu wa Kwale tuko na picha nyingine ambayo haijulikani, kwa sababu bunge liko na upinzani, kwa sababu majority ni chama chetu cha ODM ama Azimio, lakini gavana ambaye yuko pale ni wa chama kile chengine. Kwa hivyo saa nyingine hii kule mashinani sisi
Those are the members of ODM speaking, saying that they are going to make this country go ahead. I can see Amanda Harrison is saying, very true. Why are people registering address? Why should you just transfer? They should just transfer the information to share for continuation. I think this is something that needs public participation. And if you are following this conversation, you can tell us what is your experience, because I can see some of the people are saying this here is reducing a lot of money, more than NHIF. President pushed it. The deputy president was also speaking about him not being involved with the Adani deal, and also the increasing corruption in this country is one of the things that really pushed William Ruto to send him back home. But we're hoping that the judiciary will serve justice in this country for him. Thank you so much for joining. This is Africa 24 top stories here, and we shall be having our next show. Yes, we meet here, same place, same time, as we discuss top stories in Africa 24. Thank you for the almost 100 people who have joined us for the last 1 hour, and we will be having all these shows here every day, every time.